All right, for the first part of this retouching assignment, we are going to learn some very basic things about Photoshop regarding our file size. So when you first open up this document, you'll probably notice in the Photoshop workspace, by default, the default workspace usually has the tools over to the left, the panels over to the right, and then we have a bunch of menu items up at the top. So we're going to go first and just after you've opened this image, you're going to go up and check out your image size. So when you work in any file in Photoshop, it's really important for you to pay attention to your file dimensions. So usually we will look at things in inches. Sometimes you might use pixels. A lot of the other measurements I can't say we use as often when we're working in files, but they are available to you. So the resolution is your dots or pixels per inch. And so this image was actually scanned in at a very high resolution. So that means for you to get to the size we are asking you to get at, we are able to work with these pixels because there are essentially 1,200 pixels per inch. And so you guys will probably notice that photo when you zoom in. It does have some decent quality, even though it's an older photo, because it was scanned in there. So versus changing anything here, we usually, find a way to resize our photo in a multiple number of ways. There's always about 500 different ways to do things. So we'll go over just a couple. You've probably used some sort of photo editing software of some type somewhere, whether it's on your phone or Photoshop or another tool. And I will be honest with you, I have a love-hate relationship with the crop tool in Photoshop because Photoshop has made certain things really, really easy. And so by default, let me just go ahead and eliminate some of these things here. You might have a different setting chosen, so it might say ratio or something like that. You have a lot of different options here to be able to resize your image. A lot of designers are very, very cautious not to use this area because let's say, for instance, your image was a low resolution, like 72 dpi. This right here where it says W times H times resolution will allow you to change your width, your height, and then your dots per inch. And although that sounds great in theory, you usually cannot make an image that's low resolution, higher resolution without losing quality. So, because we know this is a 1200 dpi image, I know that we can get away with um, putting in 6 inches there. So the assignment asks you to set the image width to 6 inches. Okay. It does not declare a height, so that will get determined automatically. And then for this pixels inch area here, this is where you're going to type in 300 pixels per inch. Now, again, because we're going from 1200 to 300, it's usually okay for you to do this, okay? But if you are starting with a lower resolution image, you would never use this feature here. And we'll go through another method in just a second. So whenever you're cropping or transforming things, you usually have to press return or click on something different for it to take. Now, for me to know that this is the correct resolution, I usually look at the image size again. And so now I can see the width is the size that I want it. Now, some things that did not happen properly, I didn't actually crop it and I didn't actually rotate it. So I'm going to go back in time real quick. Command Z is your undo, which will allow you to go back in time. And again, you can keep checking your image size. I know I'm back at my original size here. So I can go into crop again. And this time I can actually play around with this crop tool to actually rotate it. And it's a little tricky, but you can rotate it until it's what you want it to be. Okay. So again, because I have this right here at 6, it's going to guarantee that my width is going to be 6. And because I started with 12, I know that, or 1200, I know that I have enough pixels to work with to be able to crop in this method. Okay. You will find a lot of people are very reluctant to do this just because with new designers, if you're not paying attention to resolution, you might end up with something way lower resolution or more blurry. So I just double clicked and I was able to get this image to be what I want it to be. So again, that is just one method that you can use. I will demonstrate one other method. I'm just going to create another image and I've already got it kind of pre-designed for me. So 6 by 6 inches, 300 DPI. Again, because we're not giving you the height, I'm just kind of making it a perfect square. It seems like it's a square. So, um, and then let me open up. Actually, let me go back to this image. I'm going to revert real quick. We're going to start with that original image again. It was already open, so we'll just go ahead and take this now. And this is a brand new image that I just created, even though there's nothing in it. There's always more than one way of doing things. So I can also take this image, carry it over, use the move tool, and then bring it into this document. And if I hold down shift, it'll go into the perfect center of the document. Now, this is a good example to help you see because this is a 1200 DPI image. If you hit Command 0, it shows you like that bounding box. That's how big the picture actually is. If I hit Command T, it'll allow me to transform it and I can rotate it then inside of this document and then you can make decisions. So it's really a matter of, your own creative decision making of how you would prefer to crop, what is easier. Sometimes I like to not touch the original photo because I don't want to mess it up. And so sometimes I'll carry it into a new file like this, or I'll save a new version of a file. So this now gives you your photo inside of here. Um, Pretty much the same kind of outcome as what we had done here. So if we go back to that one, this is that crop there versus this crop here. And again, we want to take a look before we do any retouching. What is my resolution and size? Because any graphic design project, if it's asking you for a size, there's probably a reason for that. And we need it to be a certain quality. So as long as it's 6 inches wide and 300 DPI, that's what we're looking for. So that is the start to your file cropping, and we will continue to show you some other tips and things like that in the next demonstration.